When I turned 70, I had a sudden realization. I'd already lived most of my life, and for the first time, I started truly thinking about how much time I might have left. How about you? Have you ever stopped and asked yourself, how much longer do I really have after 70? The older I get, the more I feel just how valuable each moment really is. And the truth is, our bodies are already sending us signals about how much time we might still have. Just look around. There are people well into their 70s or even 80s who are still full of life, healthy, sharp, and active. But at the same time, others the same age start to slow down, facing more health problems and losing energy. So, what's the difference? Often, it comes down to just a few key signs. They may seem small, but they're surprisingly accurate in predicting how long we'll live and how well we'll live. In today's video, I'm going to share 7 powerful signs that science has shown can predict your lifespan after 70. And this isn't guesswork. Everything I'm about to share comes from real research, studies and observations by doctors and scientists who've spent years studying long-lived, healthy people. Our time is limited, so don't wait until it's too late to make changes. I truly believe that by the end of this video, you'll have a better understanding of your own body. You'll know where you stand and what you can do starting today to live longer and live better. You'll learn how to spot the signals your body is giving you and how your habits and lifestyle choices are impacting your future. Most importantly, you'll know what steps to take to grab hold of the time you have left, so you can enjoy it to the fullest. And don't miss the final sign, because it's something most people overlook, yet it plays a huge role in how long and how well we live. Let's jump in. And if you find this video helpful, don't forget to share it with your loved ones and friends so we can all enjoy a healthier, longer life together. 1. The first sign: your walking speed. Most people think that our lifespan is best predicted by our medical records, diet, lifestyle, or even our DNA. But guess what? One of the strongest predictors of how long you'll live after 70 is actually your walking speed. Sounds unbelievable, right? But it's true. Studies have shown that people who maintain a fast and steady walking pace in their 70s tend to live significantly longer than those whose walking slows down noticeably. Why is that? Because walking speed is closely linked to your overall health, including muscle strength, cardiovascular fitness, and even brain health. So tell me in the comments below, how fast are you walking these days? Let's share and compare with others. Let me share a personal story with you to help make this even clearer. I'm 75 years old and currently living in the US. Every morning, I go for a walk around my neighborhood. Keeping up a steady pace isn't a problem for me. I can cross busy streets, climb stairs, and move around confidently without any trouble. Honestly, I feel grateful that my body still feels agile, balanced, and strong. But my friend John, who's the same age as me, has been showing some concerning changes lately. He used to be quite active, but now he often needs to take breaks while walking. Sometimes he even loses his balance. That really opened my eyes. Walking more slowly and less steadily isn't just a normal part of aging. It can be an early sign of deeper issues, like muscle weakness, poor circulation, or even early nerve or cognitive decline. Your legs are the foundation of your health. When they start to weaken, the rest of your body tends to follow. But here's the good news. You can improve your walking speed. Try to walk a bit more every day. Do some light exercises or simple movement routines. It really makes a difference. I truly believe your walking pace can tell you a lot about your future health and longevity. So pay attention to every step you take. It matters more than you think. The second sign, grip strength. I want to share something fascinating that I've come to realize through personal experience. The strength in your hands can reveal a lot about your overall health. Ever since I was young, I've made regular exercise a habit. I've always been proud of my strong handshake. Even now, I can open tightly sealed jars or carry heavy items without any problem. And that makes me feel healthy and confident. But recently, a friend of mine named Walter, he's the same age as me, told me that he's been struggling with basic tasks, like opening a bottle of water or carrying everyday items. He noticed that his grip is getting noticeably weaker, and that made me realize this could be a warning sign that his overall health is beginning to decline. In fact, scientific studies have shown that grip strength is one of the clearest indicators of health in older adults. A strong grip usually means you've got good muscle strength, healthy blood circulation, and a well-functioning nervous system. On the other hand, weak grip strength may be an early sign of muscle loss, frailty, or even serious underlying health issues. So, what can you do if your grip strength is getting weaker? Don't worry, there's good news. You can improve your grip with just a few simple exercises. Try squeezing a tennis ball, using a hand gripper, or lifting light objects daily. Just a few minutes a day can make a real difference. Right now, I want you to try this. Make a tight fist. Feel the strength in your hand. Is it strong, or do you feel it's weaker than it used to be? Pause the video for a moment and check. Then, jump into the comments and let us know how your grip feels. We're all in this together. Don't underestimate small changes like this. They may seem minor, but they're very real indicators of your current health and even your future longevity. That's why it's so important to start taking care of your hands, starting today. And hey, if you're still watching and found this info helpful, comment the number 2 below to let me know you're still with us. If you haven't already, please subscribe and turn on the notification bell so you won't miss any future videos. Your support means so much. It helps us keep making valuable content to keep you informed, inspired, and healthy. All right, let's move on to the next sign. 3. The third sign, your ability to stand on one leg. Standing on 2 feet? That's easy. But here's a question for you. Have you ever tried standing on just one leg? Why am I asking this? Because your ability to balance, especially on one leg, is actually one of the key indicators of your future longevity. People who struggle with balance often face a higher risk of falling, cognitive decline, and even a shorter lifespan. As for me, I make it a point to practice balance regularly, something as simple as standing on one leg for a few seconds each day. I've seen firsthand how important this is. Some of my older friends have suffered serious health issues after losing their balance, falling, and getting injured. Let me tell you about 2 friends of mine. Carol is 75 years old. She's active, walks every day, practices yoga, and can easily stand on one leg for several seconds without wobbling. Then there's Nancy, who's just 70. Over the years, she didn't pay much attention to her balance. When she tried standing on one leg, she immediately started to wobble and had to grab onto something for support. What Nancy didn't realize is that poor balance isn't just an inconvenience. It's a serious warning sign that her coordination, muscle strength, and even brain function might be starting to decline. So here's a quick test you can try right now. Stand up and lift 1 foot off the ground. Can you hold your balance for 10 seconds without struggling? If you find yourself tripping more often, feeling off balance when you turn quickly, or needing to hold onto walls or furniture to steady yourself, it's time to take action. The more you practice your balance today, the stronger and more stable you'll be in the years to come. So don't ignore these little signs from your body. They might seem small now, but they speak volumes about your health and future. Start working on your balance today to make sure your later years are strong, safe, and full of energy. The fourth sign, the quality of your sleep. The fourth thing you need to pay close attention to is this: the importance of sleep for your health and longevity. Sleep isn't just about resting. It's the time when your body repairs itself, strengthens the immune system, and clears toxins from your brain. Research shows that people in their 70s who consistently get high-quality, restful sleep tend to live longer and healthier lives. Meanwhile, those who struggle with sleep are at a much higher risk of memory loss, heart problems, and a weakened immune system. Let me share a bit of my own experience. Since I was young, I've made it a priority to keep a regular sleep schedule. I usually sleep about 7 to 8 hours a night, and I wake up feeling refreshed and full of energy. Over the years, I've come to realize that the quality of my sleep has a huge impact on my overall health. Many friends my age who suffer from poor sleep, whether it's insomnia or just restless nights, often feel exhausted, irritable, and more prone to getting sick. What I've learned is that sleep is not just downtime. Science has shown that during deep sleep, our bodies repair cells, strengthen immunity, and our brains flush out toxins that have built up throughout the day. Studies also show that seniors over 70 who sleep well and consistently are not only healthier, they're also sharper, more alert, and more resilient than those with poor sleep. That's why I always encourage people, take your sleep seriously. Even small habits can make a big difference, like sticking to a regular bedtime, avoiding screens before bed, or taking a light walk in the evening to help your body wind down. So right now, check in with yourself. Are you waking up tired? Do you find it hard to fall or stay asleep? Has your sleep changed in recent years? If the answer is yes, then it's time to make some adjustments, because good sleep doesn't just help you feel better today. It plays a major role in determining how long and how well you live in the years to come. The fifth sign, your eating habits. The way you eat after the age of 70 is one of the clearest indicators of how long and how well you'll live. Having a healthy appetite and a well-balanced diet keeps your body strong, your immune system resilient, and your energy levels steady. On the flip side, if you suddenly lose your appetite or develop poor eating habits, it could be a sign of underlying health issues and may even accelerate the aging process. Over the years, I've made it a priority to maintain a nutritious and balanced diet. I truly enjoy preparing fresh meals using fruits, vegetables, and whole foods. This lifestyle helps me feel energized, stay at a healthy weight, and keep my body in balance. I genuinely believe that enjoying your meals and eating regularly is one of the keys to slowing down the aging process. But recently, I caught up with a friend of mine named Frank, who's the same age as me. He shared that his appetite has noticeably declined. He often skips meals or eats whatever's convenient, mostly canned or processed foods. Frank has lost weight, looks drained, and often complains that he feels tired and low on energy. And I know from the research, loss of appetite or poor nutrition isn't just a minor issue. It can be a serious red flag, pointing to things like poor digestion, nutritional deficiencies, or even early signs of cognitive decline. That's why I always emphasize, a good diet is one of the strongest foundations for long-lasting health and vitality. So take time to care about what's on your plate. Make sure you're getting enough protein, fiber, and healthy fats in your meals. And if you notice a change in your appetite or find it hard to keep up with good nutrition, don't ignore it. Talk to your doctor to get a full checkup. Studies consistently show that people over 70 who maintain a well-rounded diet live longer, healthier, and more active lives than those who don't pay attention to their nutrition. So please, never underestimate your eating habits. They're not just about food, they're about fueling your future. The sixth sign, how you cope with stress. Besides diet and exercise, there's another factor that's just as important, how well you manage stress. I went through a tough period after retiring. I felt lost, overwhelmed by financial worries, health concerns, and loneliness. I started having trouble sleeping, felt constantly tired, and became irritable more easily than before. It wasn't until later that I learned chronic stress doesn't just wear you down emotionally. It significantly raises your risk of serious health conditions like heart disease, high blood pressure, and even Alzheimer's. So, I made a decision to change. I started meditating, practiced deep breathing every morning, and spent more quality time with family and friends. And the result? Within just a few months, I felt clearer, slept better, and saw real improvements in my overall health. Science backs this up. When we learn to manage stress well, inflammation in the body goes down, the immune system works better, and the risk of many illnesses drops significantly. That's why I want to say this to everyone entering their golden years. Learn to stay calm under pressure. Find joy in simple things, and don't let stress quietly steal your health. 7. The seventh sign, your social connections. Many studies have shown again and again, people who maintain strong social connections, whether through friendships, family, or community involvement, tend to live longer and healthier lives. Good relationships with those around you are some of the most powerful medicine for living well beyond 70. I'm 75 now, and I've lived through this lesson myself. After my wife passed away, I spent a period living alone. My children called often, but the quiet, lingering loneliness still crept in. I ate less, slept poorly, and lost interest in almost everything. Things didn't begin to improve until I joined a small neighborhood club and started talking with my neighbors again. That simple step made a huge difference in my spirit. Another example is my friend Barbara, 71. She spends most of her time alone. Over the years, she lost touch with many old friends, and even though she still has family, she rarely reaches out. As time went on, she began to feel isolated. Her mood declined, and so did her physical health. Researchers have found that people with strong social relationships have lower risks of heart disease, depression, and cognitive decline. In contrast, prolonged loneliness takes a real toll on both physical and mental health, and can even shorten your lifespan. In fact, one famous study from Harvard University followed hundreds of people over 75 years. Their conclusion: the quality of your relationships is the one predictor of happiness and longevity. That's why I always try to stay connected with family, with friends, and with the world around me. Sometimes, all it takes is a phone call, a cup of coffee, or a simple "How are you?" to lift your spirits and warm your heart. So never underestimate the power of connection. It might just be the key to a longer, happier life. And remember, staying connected doesn't mean you have to be surrounded by people all the time. It could be as simple as reaching out to an old friend, joining a hobby group, or making time for meaningful conversation each day. Small efforts, big impact. Final thoughts. So there you have it. 7 powerful signs that can accurately predict your longevity after the age of 70. How are you feeling after hearing all of this? Take a moment to reflect on yourself, and feel free to share your thoughts in the comments below. Let's support each other in making small, meaningful changes starting today so we can enjoy a healthier, happier life every single day. And in the future, let's reconnect through videos like this to see how far we've come. From walking speed, grip strength, balance, sleep quality, eating habits, stress management, to social connections, all of these can be improved if we're willing to take action. The choices you make today can have a powerful impact on your future. 5 years from now, 10 years, even 20 or 30 years down the line. Imagine turning 100, not just living long, but living well, with joy, strength, and a full heart. Thank you so much for spending this time with us today. We would love to hear from you, your thoughts, your progress, your stories. Your voice is what inspires us to keep creating more meaningful content every single day. If you found this video helpful, please like, share, and subscribe to our channel. Your support means the world to us. Take care, and we'll see you again in the next video. Until then, stay strong, stay positive, and keep living well.